So, Majima Gaiden Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii comes out in about a couple days or so, and it's easily my most anticipated game of the year. And with the recent release of the demo for the game, I decided to try it out for myself. Despite my typical dislike of demos, I usually like to wait for the full game of something I'm looking forward to in order to get the full experience in one go, instead of having to wait like a week or a month. But with that being said, what do I think of the game so far with the limited amount of time I've had to play it? Listen, boss, put the game of the year in the bag already. Elden Ring Night Rain, I'm so sorry. You're so thoroughly outclassed here. I'm not even joking. I can't really speak on the story of Majima Gaiden yet, since this isn't really like one of those demos that lets you play like a full chapter of a game before it releases. It mainly just throws you into Hawaii with some extra stuff tacked on towards the end of it. But this combat right here, this is already up there with some of the best combat in the entire Ryugaga Toku Studio catalog. Hear me out. Similar to Yakuza Gaiden with Kiryu, Majima Gaiden gives Majima two styles to work with. Mad Dog style and Sea Dog style, since, you know, he's a pirate in this game. Even from the limited amount of time this demo gives you to really get accustomed to the gameplay, this already feels smoother than Yakuza Gaiden. I love that game and the way it played, but if there's one deterrent I could really give it, is that Kiryu's Dragon of Dojima style felt a tad slow in comparison to his agent style. I get that maybe is the point, but even in other Dragon Engine style games, Kiryu could still move pretty fast once you level them up enough. In Majima Gaiden, however, everything feels seamless between the two styles. It's kind of incredible how good Majima feels to play with. In terms of what Majima actually does, his Mad Dog style is a mixture of animations from his Thug style from Yakuza 0, while also mixing in his iconic dagger at the end of strings, and you can even extend combos with this dagger if you keep pressing triangle. And just like how the original trailer for the game advertised, he has the ability to summon his iconic doppelgangers from Yakuza 5 and either stick them all to enemies or even bring them together for one big tornado spin attack. Sea Dog style is even more interesting because Majima not only has a grappling hook he can utilize, a gun, because of course he has one, and he can even toss his cutlasses at his enemies mid-combo by holding square. And the cutlasses themselves can actually hold enemies in place while Majima switches back to his Thug style before they combat to him. And these cutlasses can actually function in some juggle combos. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to increase the amount of time before they come back to you, since I wasn't really able to get that much out of Majima while he didn't have his swords in his hands. Now, switching between these two styles is even more seamless than in Yakuza Gaiden by far. Majima as a character has kind of always been known for his lethal agility, but genuinely, he feels so loose and free with what he's able to do. I spent like a couple hours just style switching in regular fights. Now, all of this seems pretty standard, and you'd be right, but genuinely, the most important thing that Majima received in this game is his ability to jump. I don't know why they gave him this. This jump, this thing right here, may be the single most broken combat element of any RPG game I've ever played, besides like counters and stuff of the like. The stuff this jump allows you to do are just completely insane. You can jump at any point in a fight during either a combo or simply by running around, and this jump gives Majima the ability to either do some air combos with either square or triangle, toss his daggers into the ground with circle, or barrel into the ground himself with X, and you can even combine the latter two as well, which gives Majima insane mobility, and Sea Dog style has his own animations as well. The air combos are awesome, obviously. I mean, they took Akiyama's whole flow for this, but the most insane thing about all of this is that this jump allows you to do infinites on any enemy for free. We are somehow back to Yakuza 5 balancing. Imagine you're chilling, right? You come across some old man that you think is an easy lick, right? Then this 60-year-old geezer traps you in a Marvel 2 Infinite. You can't do anything. I think I just heard several bones crack. He's been getting hit for like 10 minutes. Now, I'm not necessarily sure what in the game or what interaction specifically causes this to happen, but after initiating a launcher with Majima with his Mad Dog style, since at the end of his main string, he'll do a kick upwards, I do an empty jump, meaning I don't do anything at all with Majima after jumping. something, I don't know what, will create a hit on the enemy you're fighting, even if you haven't done anything. I think the important part of this is that you need to be close to them or something, because it doesn't always happen, but once they come down, you can do another 3 hits, do another empty jump, and if you do it just right, this creates an infinite loop. I spent 2 hours trying to learn how to do this on random enemies, including special mini bosses that have bounties on their head, purely because I saw this on Twitter. I even experimented with style switching after doing the infinite loop, and this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Why can he do this? Again, I have no idea what interaction is causing this to happen, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I love broken balancing. Thank you, Yakuza 5. This wasn't the only thing I really ended up experimenting with, because like I said, I ended up really trying out style switching in this game to see how things were going to work, what I could do, what windows I could cancel from, and ironically, Mad Dog Style's launcher, which would enable the infinite loop, is also just really good for style switching, and Sea Dog Style has quite a few launchers within its own combos as well. Overall, I love what I'm seeing from Majima Gaiden so far, and if the story of this game ends up being anywhere near as good as Yakuza Gaiden's was with Kiryu, I think we're gonna have something special in our hands. But that's all I got for today. I just wanted to make a quick video about my first impressions. I'm gonna see y'all for the full review soon.